I welcome you to join us to a picturesque drive with us through the hilly roads through the jungles of the Nallamala forest as we drove from Hyderabad to the Srisailam temple, India. We had taken a bunch of circuitous roads through the town of Devarakonda, Macheria, onto the temple town. We started early in the morning from Hyderabad and drove through the undulating terrain and thick forest, covering a distance of 325 kilometers in a southeasterly direction. To Srisailam, you will be amazed to see the narrow roads and even the perils of hill driving. Our journey became even more exciting as we had a very close friend and his family with us. During those days, I had the Maruti Zen or Suzuki Servo mode, an excellent hatchback with a fine balance of power and gradability. The 997cc engine effortlessly did its job. You can see the narrow, good roads that hug the hilly turns with sporadic hamlets thrown around the hills. One of the blind hairpin bends, death traps for drivers. You can see this bus which skidded off the road being pulled slowly out of the ravine. We wait for a Guffin bus to pass. We see a second accident where a massive driller truck had turned on its side while negotiating the curve. We slowly edged past the stricken vehicles. The road was flanked by leafless axlewood and tall slender shal trees. A solitary forest outpost passed by. Acres of dry deciduous trees and Deccan thorn shrub forests line the hilly outcrops. Far away, dark brooding hills told us that we had miles of hilly roads to cover. Wonder how they may be after the sundown. As the car went from left to right, rocky outcrops of quartzite, dolomite limestone flashed golden yellow. The gradient was quite steep. Even with the car on lower gears, the downhill drive picked 40 plus kilometers an hour without accelerating. The section from Macheria to Hyderabad was comparatively flatter, though quite hilly. Dense jungles look down on the road with the hills of the Nallamala range. They are a section of the Eastern Ghats which forms the eastern boundary of Rayalaseema region of the state of Andhra Pradesh and Nagar Kurnool district of the state of Telangana in India. Two rivers crisscross this area, Krishna and Pennar. Beautiful sceneries with broad forest covered valleys gave us company. As we neared the big towns, the hills became wider and the valleys bigger. The road was dry as a parched wood. Water was non-existent. This area of Nagarjuna Sagar Srisailam spreads over 5 districts: Nalgonda, Mahabubnagar, Kurnool, Prakasham and Guntur in Andhra Pradesh state of India. The Krishna river flows through the reserve over a distance of 130 kilometers. Monsoon rains pour from June to September. The vegetation of the reserve is primarily southern tropical dry deciduous forest type. The plants during dry season shed their leaves to check transpiration and become leafless. Because of this, they are called deciduous forests. We saw a hoarding that said wildlife area, drive slow. We were driving through the Nagarjuna Sagar Srisailam Tiger Reserve, India's largest tiger reserve spread over 3,500 square kilometers of area. The western horizon was glowing with the setting sun. A very bad patch of road, or perhaps no road at all, between blown out hill sections. We were nearing the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam area. Rugged hills gave way to a slender broken road in front. A hay-laden tractor blocks our path. We were jammed to a halt by a herd of cattle and buffaloes. Nothing new on the roads of India. They always have the right of way. After a long wait and with no scratches, we started. Nagarjuna Sagar Srisailam Wildlife Sanctuary in the Eastern Ghats is a rich biodiversity landscape of Deccan. It is amazing that among the vegetation you see, the total number of medicinal plant species in this area is 214. The tribals and local people who reside near and around the sanctuary still depend on the plants to cure various ailments naturally. Hold your breath. In a while you will see the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam. It is a masonry dam across the Krishna River at Nagarjuna Sagar, which sits on the border between Nallamala district in Telangana and Palnadu district in Andhra Pradesh. The dam provides irrigation water to multiple districts like Nalgonda, Suryapet, Krishna, NTR, Iluru and many more, along with electricity generation. The road curved up and we saw the huge sprawling dam of the Nagarjuna Sagar. The 25 odd sluice gates all trickling water streams as we passed the broken road edge. I hope you had a good drive. Thanks for being with us. Goodbye.